Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. My name is Raymond, and in this video I'm going to do an unboxing of Dark Ritual's Malleus Maleficarum by DG Games Entertainment. And this is a cooperative game for 2 to 5 players, which plays in about 2 hours and has some really cool minis and components in it. So let's quickly open up the box and see what's inside. Alright, so Dark Ritual's Malleus Maleficarum by DG Games Entertainment and Maki Games. Has some really cool artwork on the cover of these heroes fighting monsters. Pretty cool, nice and detailed. There's a lot going on here. Cool logo as well with all the skulls and the horns. And on the back of the box there is a table of contents, a bit of text about the game. It's a 1 versus many game for 2 to 5 players. Images of all the miniatures that are inside. So let's open up the game and check it out. So first of all, we've got the rulebook, which is rather big rule book. It's well, it's about 60 pages, so yeah, it's on the bigger side. Let's have a quick look through this. So table of contents, which is nice, an index, and all the components listed here with images, nice and clear. How your dashboards work and the attribute boards, weapon cards, oh, that's there, and these are the alchemy books, surf ID cards, loot cards, these are also loot cards, artifact, blood magic, these are upgrades, and botanical cards, because you can do alchemy in this game, which is pretty cool. And the witches, the bad guys, also basically the same, all the cards explained here. So okay, so the first 10 pages is already basically just an explanation of the cards and stuff. This is how you set up a game, also with clear images of how to do that. The hero play area is explained here, and the witch play area, witch master. A seeded loot deck. Alright, so you can make your own loot deck. The core concepts are explained here. And around actions and reactions, stamina, characters and miniatures, attributes. So yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff going on there. How you can move, you can evade, icons explained here. But it uses plenty of images and icons to teach you how that works. So we'll see how easy or difficult that is once I get a chance to actually play it. So yeah, there's plenty going on here. Let's just go through this a bit quicker. There's even advanced rules there. Nice images there of the monsters. Really cool. And then you have some encounters here. So this is the first encounter, encounter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 encounters that you can play in the core game. All right, awesome. And there is also an overview sheet on the back of the rulebook, which is always very handy to have with all the icons. All right, so that's that. Here are the character boards. Here is Chordae, Batista, they're just white on the back. Wolgar and Chordae. All right, so that's 4 of these characters here. Here is, these are the witches, I believe, a couple of witches there. Hagatha, ickrek. They are double-sided, so There is a different color here, so I don't know exactly what the differences are, but we'll find out. Here is Pekka. And next, here is a little package of cards. Let's take a look at those, if I can get that open. Alrighty. So that looks pretty cool here, this illustration on the back. Alright, there's different cards here, so let's take a look. These are the ingredients that you can mix or use. So for Batista, so you can do different things, and it has effects in the game. And it looks like a book as well. It's pretty cool with alchemy. Chordae also has an alchemy book. Chordae and Wolgar, and you'll notice that they're all different, so that's pretty cool as well. This is also a book. I am expecting this is a book for the witch player, the witch master. And this is a demon, I guess. Also double-sided. Nice. All right. So we have those as well. Next, we've got this punch board here. So all these tokens, I'll bring them up a bit closer so you can check out all these images. And you can punch out these squares, so I'm assuming cubes go there. Double-sided. Looking pretty cool. Here is a second punch board, which looks very much the same. So this is for each of the players, I'm guessing. And yeah, so just more of those tokens. Then we have the player boards, the game boards. And these are pretty nice. They're nice and big, you know, almost as big as the box. Very cool artwork on these. So here these circles with all the bones and a witch's lair, I'm assuming, with the entrance over here. And these lines, they kind of divide these into different zones. And they are double-sided. Here it's got two of these shacks. And you can walk here outside and go in through these doors where the arrows are. So that's all very clear. That looks really cool. Here's another hovel, a dead horse over there, I think, or maybe that's a cow or something. And a cart that's broken, a well there. And on the other side, there's a tomb and a graveyard, really cool. Some graves have been dug out, or maybe they're freshly dug for new corpses. And there's another a stone house this time. The entrance over here. It's pretty cool. It looks like a smithy with the forge there. Nice. And on the other side, there's an outside area in a forest. I think there's some trees there and some runes on those stones. Cool. Here's what looks like a small church. There's the bell, smashed bell tower, an altar, and everything's been smashed. Here's the entrance. And here is a giant pit. Pit of Doom. Also really cool. There's more. This looks like a tower, I guess, or a mill, maybe. There's stairs going up. And oh yeah, there's broken mills over there. So yeah, definitely a mill. And another house. All the mud. And I like how everything looks like it's dusk. You know, it's dark and it's creepy. Really cool. Really sets the mood. There's a small farmhouse or a barn, perhaps, for livestock. And yeah. And here is a pond with some plants and some water lilies. Also really cool. All right, so those are all the tiles that the game has, and here are the miniatures. Ooh, lots of minis. And there's a plastic lid on top to keep them in place. So let's take a closer look at these strange looking zombie farmers. Zombie villager. And that looks pretty nice, pretty well detailed, I would say. Holding a pitchfork, you can see the rib cage there, the lower jaw is hanging very slack, large open mouth. Yep, that is pretty well detailed over very solid plastic as well. So that looks nice on a plain round base. So yeah. That looks pretty nice. Not bad at all. So we get 6 of those farming zombies. And we've got 3, at least in this tray, of this one, which is a variant. No, this is actually a living. A living farmer. He was looking not too happy. Looking a bit scared there, and I would be if your neighbors were zombies. So also holding a pitchfork. Really cool. So 3 of those in here. Then we have these guys, local guards or whatever they are. Should be in the rule book actually. Let's see if I can just quickly check their correct names. So we had, let's see, we had, yeah, it's militia. And farmers and possessed serfs. So this is the militia. Yep, and also nicely detailed. I like the wood on the shield, and it's got a pouch there. You can even see the wood grain on the axe handle. The face is very clear. And the stitches in the hat. Yep. Cool. So we got 3 of those. Now we got 2 different sculpts of these guys. So this is, let's see what that is. Where is that in the book? It's a condemned. So we have 6 of those, 2 different sculpts. The condemned here. Yeah, looking quite horrible. Mutated person with the wooden board. The arms are still there, but they also have a pair of extra arms with a blade and a club there, just a stone, I would think that is, ball with some spikes clamped into a metal frame. So nice, yep. It's got some fur on the back. There's a chain holding that wooden thing to his shoulders. That looks really cool. That's lots of detail as well. And the other sculpt is also a condemned, of course, in a different pose. And there you go again with the extra arms. This arm has a ball and chain, and again the blade. So we have those. Then we have 6 of these, also 2 different sculpts. And these are the Ravenous. So a Ravenous. Looking pretty cool. You can see a person's head there. Also mutated person, I would guess. With some extra scythes or blades strapped to their arms. Creepy looking feet there. The big beak that opens there. Extra teeth jutting out from under their chin. Really cool. Quite scary looking. So we have that sculpt, and we have another sculpt that's raised up a bit more. Yeah. They're the regular kind of, you know, miniature scale, as most miniature games are. And they look nicely detailed. All right, so then we have these guys, the Mortis, also two different sculpts. Big guy with lots of chains and lots of stuff. He's got a cart actually attached to him, it seems, and there's all kinds of chains with body parts. Here's some skulls hanging there. He's got the meat hook, muscular arms. All right. And the other one, the other Mortis here, he's also got a cart with all these body parts and chains and a lantern hanging there. You can even make out all of the, let's see if I can get that to focus a little bit better. The veins on the arm there. I hope you can see that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nicely done. And all the detail here on the back with the chains and the skulls again. There's an entire body with the guts hanging out there. Just hanging from his back. And again with the meat hook. That is absolutely gruesome. But cool though. Alright, so those were the minis in the first tray. You got some finger holes there so we can take that out easily. And in the bottom tray, we got some more stuff. We get some more cards. So let me just open these up. All right, so we have some cards here. They are very smooth. They have a smooth finish, as you can see, and they are of a regular thickness. They're pretty nice. It's not bad. So a hanged woman, a scarecrow, screaming skulls, Tree of Despair, Vampiric Spirits, Warped Wood, nice. The Condemned, the Mortis, the Possessed Serf, the Ravenous, the Farmers, the Militia. And they all have their stats and everything on those cards. And they are also double-sided, so there is a difference, as you can see. And then we have 5 cards. 4 of those are the hero summaries, which you can hand out to the hero players. Also double-sided. And 1 summary card for the Witch Master. So that is also very handy. Very convenient. And they go on top here in this slot. And underneath a lot of smaller cards. All right, there's a whole lot of them. So I'm just going to put some of these down, lest they fall. So we got these cards. Let's see, we got loot cards, we got botanical cards, we got witchcraft cards. These are the witchcraft cards. So let's see how many. There's 33 of these in the game. That's quite a few. All right. So let's take a real quick look. So they have, they have all kinds of spells on them. Detonate, march, yeah, okay. So stuff that the Witchmaster presumably can do. Witchcraft. And quite a few different ones. So that's these. Then we have, these are, I'm assuming there are 6 different of these, I think. So these are the creature ID cards. All right, makes sense. Really nice art. Looks super cool. Okay, so we have those. Let's see, what else do we have? There's these cards. Wait, first these. So this is 1 card for Wolgar. I'm assuming I'll find more of those later on. Here's another witchcraft card that somehow got mixed in here. So they might not be in the correct order. Here's the other heroes. Then we have these cards, plague cards, 9 of them. And there we go. Plague cards. Okay. And they are not all the same. No, they are not all the same. There are some different ones. I think there's 2 different ones. All right. Then we have a whole lot of these cards. So that's the loot cards, I believe, 41 loot cards. So let's take a look at those real quick. Where does that stop? Here. Ooh, nice. Love the art. Even the art on the back of the cards looking really good. All right. So yeah, all kinds of cool items that you can use. Kinds of amulets. And here's a chalice and a potion. Cool. And all of them seem to have unique art, which I really like. These are, again, spells that the heroes can use then, I guess. All right. And more, because they have the same backs. And more of these things. Cool. Wow. Some really, really good art on these cards. All right. Then we have these backs, which are demon control cards. 8 of these. Is that correct? Yep. Demon control cards. So, focus. Energy, Sulker, Krieg. All right. Okay. So we have those, all kinds of different ones. Next, we've got botanical cards. All of these. Yep, that's the remainder of these. So botanical cards. Sprechemenschroot. I like how they are using all kinds of different languages in this. I wonder what that is based on. Nokkensmut. Jackawort. All right. All right. Nekrot. So those are those cards. All right, those were all the small cards, I believe. And then, oh, cool, we have some custom dice in different colors. So let's take a look at those. We have yellow dice, 3 of these with these faces on them. So my camera is having a bit of difficulty today. Let's go. So 1 as a blank, there's another 1 and a 2. Another 1, so 3, 4 1s, a blank and a 2 on the yellows. I'll just toss those in here for now. Then on the green ones, we've got a blank, a blank, a blank, a 1, and a 2. Okay. Then the blue ones are, they've got better odds, it seems. So that's 4 1s. And 2 2s. And then on the red one, we've got a blank, a 1, a 1, a 1, and 2 2s. All right. Those are the dice. Pretty basic colors, but yeah, they're engraved, so yeah, pretty good. We've got some cubes here that we can use on the player boards. And we've got some plastic stamina tokens in red and in green. These crystals, if my camera would focus. There we go. I'll just leave these in the packs for now, but that's what you get. And there's 50 of each, I believe. And you also get some Ziploc bags to put in these after you take them out of this plastic. And of course for your tokens. So that is also very convenient. Let's take a look at the minis then. This is a Screaming Skulls miniature, and it is indeed a pile of Screaming Skulls. That looks pretty cool. Big skulls as well, so some kind of spell effect. And looking really cool. Like that. All right, so we get 1 of those. This is, let's see, some kind of ghost. What's that? In the rulebook? In the rulebook, that's the Vampiric Spirit. Vampiric Spirit. Looks really nice. And it does immediately remind you of a ghost or a spirit, something that, you know, moves through the ether. Really cool. Okay, so that's that one. This is the Scarecrow. And it is indeed a Scarecrow with the wooden legs and a wooden pole with the arms hanging from it. And there's the pole that it's standing on. Looking really cool. Yep. The Scarecrow miniature. This is one of heroes. This is Wolgar. So the old man Wolgar with this flail and a big staff. Also with plenty of detail. He's got a chain across his neck with a cross. You can see the detail in the cloth that he's wearing. The kind of a furry coat there. There's a book with a cross, a tome hanging from his belt. Some potions there, I believe. Yep, very good detail. Nice. So that's Wolgar. This here is Chordae with the crossbow, and he's got a mask over his face and a hood. There's a dagger on his belt. Can make out the muscles on his arms. Billowing cape. And on his back, he's got a quiver with large bolts for his massive bolt gun, I'm assuming. So yeah, looks pretty good. Nice and dynamic pose. Ready to fire. Alright, then this guy here, that's Batista. Come on, there we go. And Batista is a big, mean-looking executioner with a huge beard, a big axe. He's even got the gallows on his back. There it is, with some heads hanging from it. He's even got a bag full of, I think, skulls from the shape of it. So he's a headhunter, quite literally. Very, very muscular, big, imposing person. So yeah, again, really nice detail, really nice pose. Sculpts are pretty good overall. Let's see, this is one of the witches. This is Hagatha. Yes. Really cool, a hunched over witch with, is that a tombstone on her back? Yeah, with even a coffin filled with, oh, let's get focused here. A coffin with little skulls in there. And she's got a staff with some feathers, some wings. Looks like she strapped an entire creature to the pole there. And yeah, lots of stuff going on there in that fur, if that is fur. Some bones. There's an entire body here. An entire body on her back. So yeah, that looks sufficiently creepy, I would say. Here is one of the witches as well, the bad guys. This is Pekka, with the beak and the rib cage, bony arms, and there's a cauldron, holding a cauldron with a skull in it. And it's, yeah, tiny details, very well done. Very good sculpts. You see the chain here, the beads, and some potions there in that pouch. That's just very impressive overall. All right. So that's these. Then we've got over here, this is another one of the witches. This is Ickrek, I believe. No, wait. Is it? Not sure. Let me get the book there. Is that Ickrek? Nope. Which one is this then? Having trouble identifying. Did they change that, perhaps? We had Hagatha and Pekka. Has to be. Now I want to know. I want to know. Let's take a look at the cards, because she wasn't here. This is Pekka. This is Ickrek. Oh, wait a second. Oh! I have to turn her around, because she's got a front and a back. So on this side, it's a really creepy looking old hag. A bit bloated face there. Kind of looks toadish with a lantern there and a knife. And she's got a crutch, I think. And then on the other side, there's this alluring woman. So that's perhaps how she lures in people. That's pretty clever. That's really nice. Cool, well done. All right, so we have that one. So next here is the Tree of Despair. It's a smallish tree, but looks very creepy. Looks more like a monster with all these mouths and tentacles there, and it's got skeletons and bodies all twisted up in it as well. That's pretty cool. Looking very horrible there. But yeah, really cool. All right, the Tree of Despair. This is the Hanged Woman. And she's tied to this gallows, this pole, with all these ribbons, all these strips of cloth. See the ribs there. Okay. The Hanged Woman, and one of the heroes is over here in the corner. If I can get him out. Some of these are pretty tight, but this is Chordae, who looks very stern. He's got a helmet on and a big long sword, and he's wielding some kind of a war hammer. And he's got some metal plates here. The armor, the chainmail, knee protectors, a shield on the back. All right, so that's Chordae. Those were all the smaller minis. So we got two big ones left. We got the Warped Wood, which looks really cool. Also looks like a tree, completely warped. See if there's anything else going on there. There's some skulls at the base there. Something that looks like, you know, veins going on there. Maybe that's some kind of fleshy bulge over here at the bottom. Plenty of skulls in there, I believe. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of skulls. Really cool. Lots of detail here in that wood, and I like how that end of the tree looks like a mouth. That's really cool. And these three branching arms. It's a very cool model. And then finally, last mini in the box is of course the bigger boss. That's borum. Borum. That's an interesting mini. It's really large. It's got these goat legs and all the fur going on, some armor. And up here in the belly, you can actually make out kind of like a face. There's eyes there under the chest, and a nose, and a mouth. And there's actually hands, you know, feeding the mouth. That's pretty cool. And the face here, the big mouth, is covered by some kind of head ornament, which also features a face. And these big horns there, the carvings in it. You can clearly make out all of the carvings. Also in the swords, that's really cool. They look like these really roughly smithed swords. They're not smooth, they're very, well, rough. And I believe that's intentional here as well. It's really nice. There's two tails there coming out from under the fur. Lots of musculature. It's 2 pairs of arms. Well, actually, he's got 3 pairs of arms, because there's the other small arm over here is holding also an arm, I believe. Is that an arm? Feeding the mouth. Just, you know, while fighting, have a little light snack. Snack on some dead humans. So yeah, that's pretty gruesome and creepy and big. Standing on a piece of rock, which is kind of a bit of a shame that the rest of the base is a smooth base. So it would have been nice if the entire thing was sculpted, but I guess you can add some scenery and some rocks to that yourself to make it look a bit more natural. But that's a pretty cool model. And that, my friends, was everything in the core game of Dark Rituals Malleus Maleficarum. And so that was my unboxing of Dark Rituals Malleus Maleficarum by DG Games Entertainment. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And please also consider becoming a Patreon saint to my channel by clicking the link in the description below or the icon at the end of this video. And there you can see how you can support my channel and also get your name in the credits of all of my videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.